But it's not really something I kind of want to like continue too much with, like the whole fronting back, forth, you're gonna have this much food, but only this much food if it is this many people, but you don't know how many people because we are, well, food is not gonna lay out. But you're gonna have to prep food. It's a bit difficult to prep food when you don't have anyone to prep for, but you can't prep too much because then there might be an overbatch of it, and yeah, basically. But that's basically just a fast food restaurant in general. It's not like anything to do with Burger King. So that's the thing, like, sometimes I really doubt how much I can do things, but I can say I am a hard worker. Like, I open up my own store. People say basically, oh, you're gonna have to work hard because you're the one that do this, you're the one that cleans, you're the one that does that, this, otherwise, this, like everything basically. Don't give a fucking damn, I'll do it. But yeah, we're gonna go over to the game, because this work-related thing is hella annoying. Is there anything I can do about it? No. Do I wish I could do something about it? Yes. But unfortunately, it's completely just broken.
Yes, I signed it before I went on stage.
What about this liability for compensation article here?
Liability compensation? What are you talking about? Let me see that. What? $3 million?
Yes, I suspect that you didn't know about that part.
I've never seen this article. And I read the whole contract from top to bottom.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd miss such a big thing. There's your signature, so what's going on?
Maybe there was some kind of trick involved. You know, like when I signed it. In other words, you'd think there might have been some foul play effort. And I'm willing to bet that the ratings Raja is the one behind it. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He's the one that basically came and like, oh, you know her? Could you just give me this? Because I need the money. Like I just don't understand some people. It's like, oh, we have a contract. If you fail this, we need $3 million. Like, do you really think they will be able to even pay that back in their goddamn lifetime? I can understand if there's like something, I don't know, like this show cost this much, and because we couldn't do this show and it basically cost this much, you need to pay us for it, but also for the liability of it. But if you basically play $2 million to the show and need $1 million extra, then you really did some fuck up with the show yourself, to be honest. Truth signed it in their dressing room, right? I'm going to do a little more investigating there. I'm so sorry to put the two of you through all of this.
Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this. It's going to be some kind of mistake.
If you needed me to, I'm willing to take drastic measures. With my magic.
You're not planning on pulling some magical money out of there, are you?
No, my magic pendulums are much better at making things disappear than appear.
Are you gonna make the contract disappear? Do I want to know what she's planning to make disappear? Apollo, we have to do something, anything to fix this. I agree. Let's check out the dressing room again for starters. Okay, and we should finally check out that understage passage too.
The abyss? Then you'll have to go through the backstage area. Be careful down there.
I don't know why, but it's warm in here. I think it's because I have my heater on. Hold on. Just gonna turn it off. I think the heater, the little half headache and like looking for work is kind of make me just nee. Not like bad nee, just nee. It's so weird that you actually can hear me speak while I'm walking. Like, I'm kind of getting used to it. It's kind of interesting. I do wonder also how much that would cost. Like, yeah, there are a few things I've seen that popped up in my YouTube recommendation. One was that apparently you can use your Switch Joy-Cons as motion trackers. And that seemed like an interesting idea, especially with the thought of I have a microphone I can walk around with, so I could do something like that. What would I do? I don't really know. But then there is also the thing that you can make your own. That would probably still be kind of expensive, though.
Because they basically would. It wouldn't be that too difficult as long as you can actually deal with the programming of sending and giving information. Because what you need is basically the rotation or direction or something, and be able to put it through the software. So I don't know why. Like, I don't really need to go from one place to another. I can go directly to places. There we go. But you know what? I'm gonna try at some point to use the Joy-Cons, because my Joy-Cons are still the whole like drifting things. I never got them use them, other than Ring Fit. It would be interesting doing a 3D avatar with Ring Fit. The problem is if I actually would use the Joy-Con as my 3D avatar, that would mean I'm basically already using up 4 of them for the avatar and don't have 2 to be able to use for the Ring Fit. So that would be something. Okay, this is where Trucy signed that contract. At the same time, I wouldn't say anything. I think like Joy-Cons are like 700, so I have 2 of those, but at the same time, one I got from the Switch, so 700. It might or might not be the same amount as the little sensor thing. Because you need a board, you need a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth thing, you need a gyroscope, and you need a battery and charger, and a few small things like on and off buttons and stuff like that. Okay, this is where Trucy signed that contract. Right, and there must be some kind of trick that was used when she signed it. The question is what kind of trick and how was it done? If some kind of object or tool was used, there is still gonna be a trace of it somewhere. Like with the pen or paper. Well, it's time to find the secret of that trick. I don't even know what that means. The only thing I think of is there is actually a paper and pen here, so I'm gonna check that. Ooh, we have Bonnie's diary. Huh. Hey, take a look at this clipboard. Could you sign this, please, ma'am? Sure thing, just one sheet in this clipboard, right? Isn't this the clipboard that Trucy used when she signed the contract? I think you're right. Live to give it a once-over. Yep, definitely. Let's try opening the folder. This support here holds the paper in place. Did this clip have something to do with how they conned her? Ow, it bit me! Only you could get hurt by a clipboard, Athena. Okay. The interesting in this screws here. Hey, this screw, it's different from the others. Not only that, but I think it's loose. Look, I can move it. Are you sure you should be fooling around with it like that, Apollo? Well, it came right out. See, I tried to tell you, but you wouldn't listen. No! Hey, take a look through the hole, Athena. I think I see something back there. Huh. Wow, you're right. What is it? I don't know. Wanna, like, check it? This looks like a screw. Guess that means this clipboard can be taken apart. But I can't loosen this one without a screwdriver. Oh. Hey, look, the back panel is loose. I think I can take it off. Yeah. Transfer paper. Got it. You're just breaking things left and right today, aren't you? Look, there's something inside. What is this black sheet of... I want to say paper. Oh, I know, it's carbon paper. You put it between 2 pieces of paper and it copies what you've written, what you write onto the bottom one. So when Trucy signed the contract, there was actually another contract underneath. And her signature on the top of that contract got copied onto the hidden contract. So that's how Trucy was conned. Well, we managed to find that quite easily. Hayes should have really gotten rid of that thing. This is that rating Raja's doing. Just know it. You gotta hand it to him, though. I could have been easy fooling Trucy. That girl's no slouch. Yeah. But I bet we can use this clipboard as evidence if we ever take this to trial. Okay, I think we... Gonna read this just because, I mean... Aren't those Ninetail flowers? You know those flowers that only grow in Ninetail Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right. There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy," from Damien and Jinxie Tenma. Mere Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Let's see. Oh, there's a message for you in here too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Oh, that's nice. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of Yoka anymore. And guess what? I even become friends with Yoka like Itan Momen and Kunaki Jiji. Itan Momen, I don't even remember what that was. No matter what happens, I guess you'll never grow out of her demon obsession. Fair enough. That is, to be honest, fair enough. Let's see, we should be able to go to the understage passage from backstage. Hopefully Bonnie unlocked the door for us, just like she said she would. Alright, well, wait, hold on, that was the wrong thing. We're gonna have to do this. There we go. Back to the backstage. Whee! I am still amazed about the broom penetrating the dustpan. The door's unlocked. Thank you, Bonnie. Well, Athena, here we go. I hope you have a flashlight. Or it might not be needed. I thought it would need a flashlight. There was a rat there. I'm gonna make it big someday too. Just you wait and see, huh? It sure is dark and dusty down here. The Abyss, the magical underworld, and look. There's a denizens of the Abyss now. A fearsome beast with long, sharp fangs, ready to prey on unsuspecting souls. Huh. What are you? Oh, you mean a tiny little rat over there? No, I meant that fearsome beast over there. I take it you don't like rodents. Guess not. What's she supposed to use? I'm trying to remember. She was going there, but that was already up because she was supposed to be here. She moved this thing over there, moved this over there, right? So this seems to be alright. This sword is exactly the same design as the murder weapon. Wait, what's this? Ow! What are you doing? That hurts. I think I'm bleeding out. Stop being a drama queen, it's only rubber. Huh? No, you're right. So this must be the sword Trucy used during the trick. After the incident, somebody must have switched this rubber sword with the real one on stage. Maybe that's when they brought the rubber sword here. Well, it's here at least. I don't think this is too interesting. Look at all these props. Hey, there's something in this hat. Dove, cards. A juice box and some snacks. they know what they need. They know what they need. Looks like somebody planned to have a little treat in the middle of the show. Why not? Also, I realized something here. I think we took a staircase down. There are 2 of these. There are 2 of these doors. Which means there are 2 fallen, 2 trapdoors, and 2 ladder doors. This ladder goes up to the ceiling. I wonder what's just above. Apollo. Alright, fine, I'll climb the ladder. Why does it always have to be ladders? I think I'm behind where I'm
where they're supposed to be, right? Huh? Where am I? It's pitch black and cramped too. Ah! You know what I think? Oh yeah! That little thing. I think you're in that coffin we saw backstage. Huh. So that's where this ladder leads. But I still don't get what that coffin was for. I guess it's not too interesting right now. This ladder goes up to the ceiling, so I guess it leads to one of the trapdoors on stage. Trish must have used this ladder when she escaped from the coffin. Why don't we climb up there and see if I'm correct? It's not so high. It's not so high. It'll be fine, right? Why me? Did make a young lady wearing a skirt climb a ladder? Fine, I'm going. Ah, the light, it burns. Ooh, I got flashbang. Ow. Are you alright? I cannot confirm that the ladder does indeed go up to the stage. Well, that's a tasty bit of info that was definitely worth risking life and limb for. Well done. Okay, then we have this. It's a stage lift for getting up on the stage. Looks like a cranky lowers the platform. The truth is said it's impossible for one person to do it alone. That sounds like a challenge. I want to try it. I guess she's not capable. It's probably just broken. We could just take people at their word. If I'm reading this room right, this must be the lift stage Druzy moved during the show. Originally it was there, where the stage lift 1 is now. It's a stage lift for getting up the stage. Druzy moved this one here. I guess it used to be where that yellow tape is. How in the world did she manage to move this huge thing? It couldn't have been easy for her, she's pretty petite. But I bet it's easy for you. Just what are you implying? That's it. Chum, you're looking up at microaggressions later. Okay, interesting. What's this? I'm gonna make it big someday too. Just you wait and see. What's that all about? My guess is it's the soulful cry of some poor assistant made to toil here in the darkness. And I would know about the soulful cry of a bitter assistant better than you, right? You really understand the right feeling of despair and frustration. Sadly, yes. Yes, I do. You really shouldn't scribble on the walls, you know, Apollo. It wasn't me. I love how she turned it around to like, you shouldn't write on the wall. Like, wait, I was not the one doing it. What's this glowy stuff? Oh, it's glow-in-the-dark tape. Hey, this must be what I saw through that secret door in the bottom of the coffin. Well, who put it here and why? That's probably a marker for some sort, since it's so dark down here. Sounds about right. Maybe it's meant to mark which ladder to climb. Hold on, Apoyo. I hear voices. Quick, hide! Quit shoving! Hurry up and get down here! Yow, my arm doesn't bend that way. Oof, the sound of that as well, damn. I'm so much work pretending to be cute and sweet. Isn't that Bonnie? Hi, Bonnie. Well, for me, feel I've lost this guy as well. Not a raging Raja. What did we have to hide for, Athena? Because I heard something funny. There's something off with their voices. Oh, right, Athena's super sensitive hearing.
Those lawyers are poking around trying to stir up trouble. Should I be worried?
Relax, I didn't say anything to the police, and I won't say anything to them either.
You better not. You're gonna get...
Oh, Jesus. Completely forgot about this bloody face.
You better not, or you're gonna get it. Right in the kisser.
What the? Is just me or does Bunny seem kind of different from before?
Apollo, shh. I'm sick and tired of this whole investigation. All I want is Truce's head on a platter, Jesus.
Leave everything to me, babe. Don't forget the power of a mass media. If we can't accomplish anything, I'll make sure Truce gets much worse than a guilty verdict.
I can't wait to see that the girl crying and begging for mercy.
You really hate Truce, don't you, Bunny? Bunny? Is it calling her Bunny or is her name Bunny? Because we call her Bunny. Her name is Bunny.
I hate her. I loathe her. I can't stand that Trucy, right? Just because she's a little good at magic, you think she's all of that. So this is exactly why that sniveling brat deserves.
What the heck?
If you mess this up, you're gonna be really sorry, you hear me? I'll crush you flat.
Do you know how difficult it is to actually sound menacing while trying to just sound like a, I don't know, sweet and cuddly? I don't know if I'm sounding sweet and cuddly at this moment.
Like a cockroach under my foot.
Mate, what the fuck are you into? What are you into? Okay, hold on. I didn't expect him to react like this. She started talking about stepping at him like a cockroach under her foot, and he's apparently losing it. Yeah. A cute little thing. It was adorable. With throwing a foot. Jesus, mate. Oh, a foot. Can you take a joke?
Come on, grab my things, we're leaving.
There's something going on with that guy. Well, we already know there's something going on with that guy, but there's something going on with that guy.
What was that absolutely revolting scene all about?
I guess the entertainment industry attracts all kind of eccentrics. But that conversation, it sets off a very red flag in my book. Huh, you said it. I smell plot with a capital P-U. Rettins claims he was at the TV station at the time of the incident. And we saw Bonnie on stage ourselves.
Hey, Apollo, I have an idea. Why don't we pay Take-Two Television a visit? We can check up on the Rating alibi while we're there.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, so here is both a theory and something I might remember. Because we have basically been meeting a Bonnie that basically talked about tight-roping when in magic business. And then we have a very sweet person we talked about before, which seems to be two different people. I believe they're two different people, because her special magic is teleportation. How is the best way to teleport? Basically, to be two people. And one person is basically the person that does anything someone says, and the other one seems to be telling everyone else what to do. So I am guessing it's not too difficult to actually talk about. Scandal, Gamble, Gambit. What the hell is this place? Yikes, look at this place. There's so much going on at once, it's making my head spin. Take a look at that screen and listen to those hosts. Magical... Whoa, that was Athena. Magical murder, live audience witnessing shocking skewering. 17-year-old magician Trucy Wright. See exclusive unedited footage of the heinous crime, complete and uncut.
We can't let them broadcast that. Trucy will get tried in the court of public opinion.
Well, I doubt we can stop them from airing it. But we can prove her innocence in real court of law. No matter what garbage they report on TV, we can set the record straight at the trial. So, what are we doing here? Pardon me, I know you're busy right now. What are you guys? Street? Street? Does that mean people of the street or something? Trucy writes lawyers. Oh, okay, lawyers, got it. Well, what do you want? He must be really busy, he hasn't even looked this way. We're investigating an incident that occurred at the magic show this morning. And we heard that the Retinus was in charge of that program. Oh yeah, that's right. The guy hates magic, but show was all his idea. That's between you and me. I think it was a bunny that edged him on. Edged him on? How so? I'm pretty certain he is edged on by her in a different kind of way. I saw two of them together, you know, walking along arm in arm. That's a plot twist. Well, that does explain the bunny-ass coffee he has. I bet she sweet-talked him into doing the program because she wanted to work. She hasn't been selling very well on her own, apparently. I see. Oh hey, if you're looking into the incident, I guess you wanted to see the show footage, right? It's on a disc in my back pocket. If you want to go ahead and fish it. That's a way of doing it. Oh, if you want to if you actually want the footage, just get the disc out of my back pocket. I am not gonna do it myself. I'm too busy. Just reach in there. Wow, thank you very much. You turned out to be surprisingly helpful. Recorded 4/27. 27 in the 4th. This April, right? Alright, was that what we were supposed to do? Hey, this must be a video production workstation of some sort. That coffee cup looks awfully familiar. That's where Miss Retinol was at. Very hands-on, you know? Well, I find him on the set of his projects. Well, he was here at the station. Oh, but it was there here during at the station during Magic Show, right? Yeah, well, he had 2 shows going on at once this morning. And his regular program to oversee here, so he couldn't be at the Penrose. So you can vouch for him that he was here at the station during the Magic Show. Well, I can have it. Sure I can, he was definitely here. Well, still, after a while, he couldn't stand being away from Penrose, it seems. As soon as his pub was over here, he took a taxi to the theatre. But he apparently didn't get there until after that thing had already occurred. Sounds like he has a rock-solid alibi. Well, I guess we just got about everything we can from this place. It looks like the Retin's alibi is pretty airtight. But if that's true, then who could have killed Mr. Rios? Looks like we're pretty much done here. Should we go back to the office? We can get a snack and talk over a plan of attack. Sounds good to me. I have some random shit in my inventory. I don't even know what it's supposed to be used for. That's the place. I was like, is this our place? No, this is our place, which basically doesn't look too much different. That place does not look too much different. What in the world? What the fuck? I know exactly why this is here, but that's fucking quick. Not only that, apparently they mixed with a magic thing and apparently split one of them in 2. All this sticker says repossessed. Wait, who did this? Who's responsible for this? Oh, of course, this fucking guy. Trespassing, but this is our office. You're the one who's trespassing. Enough with the lip, boy. Don't tell me you have forgot about your debt.
What are you talking about?
I'm just abiding by the contract. If the agency can't pay me, I have a right to seize its property. Am I right?
Just like that. We haven't even had a chance to take this to trial.
You're gonna be mad. You shouldn't Trucy be the one you're mad at. I told you, it serves you right for getting involved with those grummaries.
Alright, this guy is... I want to punch him. What are you going to do with all our stuff?
Oh, sell it, of course. Every last bit of it. Well, that's why I'm seizing everything. I'll take a little office of you too.
You think you could just waltz in here and do whatever you want?
Yeah, indeed I do, unless you're right, whatever, warehouse jokers got 3 million already. Yo, Captain Maestro, welcome to the stream.
How is your Tuesday? I hope it's going good. Oh. Just gotta stretch a bit. Hold on. Oh, I'll pour myself a drink, I think.
We're dealing with this. This guy is apparently taking everything. For those who doesn't remember, he apparently has a contract since last week. It's a day. Fair enough. Same here. Haven't done too much, but did some stuff. And yesterday was completely awful. I did not do anything other than just laying in my bed watching my telephone because I was completely gone. But fair enough. I absolutely hope it goes well soon. Hold on. We're gonna do this. Do I have anything? Well, I have that one, but that is definitely something. Hold on. It is so difficult to find what I'm looking for. Where is the thing I'm looking for? There we have it. Here we go. Same yesterday was bad. Oh, so I was not alone then. Fair enough. Did some important stuff. I was done with important stuff. I realized how idiotic the important stuff was, and I was just pissed off the whole day. That's a no then, because I got to recoup my money somehow. After all, the entire program went south because of Trucy. It's called liability for compensation, and it's infantile agency is the liable party. You black-hearted. Hey, Apollo, what about the crooked clipboard? Yeah, we actually found this thing. Apparently, Trucy signed a contract about if the thing didn't go. I didn't even manage to do the importance. I was just absolutely dead. Yeah, I kind of forced me to do the important stuff, and then I just felt absolutely annoyed by it. And I was so angry and so just tired of everything. I just laid in my bed and barely just wanted to walk out of it. Today has been better. Not anything particularly happening today, but better. But yeah, so apparently this is a contract with the detail of liability for compensation of $3 million. And we realize that this clipboard has a fake backside with a copy sheet on it. You know, like one of these carbon sheets. So basically, we do believe he basically had a fake contract behind this thing and decided to use this, so he now owns everything here. Wait, what? It's no good. We don't have any proof that the residence was behind it. Darn. You're gonna have to do better than that, folks. Looks like the famous Wright left behind nothing but incompetent noobs to run things. Anyway, he was counting on Mr. Wright to be away for this plan of his. I really don't like this guy. He's really annoying. There's a sugar expression. It's priceless. So, how does it feel to lose a precious office your boss left you in charge of? Now, not to rub it in or anything, but I think you should know where you stand right now. Oh man, what now? Where are we standing? I'm pretty sure I'm standing right where I'm standing. You can see where I'm standing. Yeah, Avaganda. The trial of young up-and-coming magician Trucy Wright is scheduled for tomorrow. We're here just outside the office of the suspect, hoping for an exclusive peek inside. But is this live? Apollo, look, there's a sea of reporters outside. Oh, a questionable-looking pair are peeking out of the window at this very moment. A questionable-looking pair? Fair enough. Our viewers at home can see from themselves the vicious, brutal expressions. I would say that the expressions of defeat. That is the only thing I can see from this. Just absolute defeat. Hold on. You deserve more of this as well, Maestro. There we go. Yellow journalism at its finest. Ah, that's the way it is. The majority of the public already thinks Truce is guilty. They say the whole thing happened with their own eyes during the show I broadcast. Fake contract, well then. Scared ever living shite out of him, threatened him, anything like that. He can't go to anyone about it, else then it will become apparent that he has a fake contract. Yeah, but that's the problem, we don't have any proof of it. I don't know if that is a thing. Like, in real life, yes, if people started to understand that this hotshot might or might not have a fake contract, yeah, his basically liability is really going to sink a lot. But in this game, it's basically, we have a clipboard that was given to Trucy for her to sign the contract, a contract that she read all up and down with. And we've just found a hidden backside. There is nothing really that ties this to him, other than he is basically the owner of the contract. So right now, there isn't really any proof of this is the thing. Not yet, at least. Everybody in the country is against you. No way. No, there's no allies. Are you sure you still want to represent that girl? Of course we do. We believe in her innocence. Huh. Go ahead, I think. Think what you want. It's a free country. The contract is the proof. Anyone working with contract can tell. So if he tries using it later, bad end. Fair enough, actually. I guess right now, because of in the middle of a murder, I think no one is gonna care too much about the contract of she fucked up, rather than the murder itself. So I think that is also what he's counting on. It basically counts on three things. The murder is more important than she paying back, and that Mr. Wright isn't here, and we are two of his assisted, like underlings, basically, or students, and we don't know as much as he does. Just know you'll be the biggest losers in the end. And in the meantime, feel free to keep flopping around like the dying fish you are. Now then, you gotta be out of here by tomorrow. I think this cozy little office tonight while you still can. Good lord, this guy. Also, he has a thing for... I think he's a masochist. I am just saying it. I think he is. Because he started talking to Bonnie, which apparently is... Well, that is easy to say. She did mention stepping on him like a cockroach under her boot. So that is her personality. His personality is apparently wooing over that. So yeah, there is definitely something going on with these two. At the same time, they did actually walk arm in arm. So there's definitely something with these two. Can't believe it. We must let Mr. Wright's office get placed under seizure? Is it seizure? Wait, hold on. I completely said that wrong. Let me read that again. I read it too quick. Seizure? It's on-person messages then. Yeah, it definitely is. Apparently that, and also like cute things, because you know, like the Uwu voice. When you talk about Uwu voice and just think something is cute. He started talking like that to Bonnie sometimes. That was just I couldn't read it. It was too little R's and too much W's. Yeah, there's something going on with this guy. Did someone throw a brick? Good lord. Okay, this... Oh, she's gonna smack someone. Hey, if it's a fight you want, I'll take you on. Like, they'll get out there before we get killed too. Jesus. I can't believe this is happening. We have to do something to protect ourselves, and fast. I do wonder if that is Mr. Right. Oh, it is Mr. Right. Oh, this is actually the Laminor song. Apollo, I got your message. How is she? Is Trucy okay? She's not crying, is she? Does she have a lawyer? Us! I would say, does she have a lawyer is probably the most stupid question. She basically has 3. One is out of the house, so she has 2 others. I can understand if she's alright, if she's crying. You don't need to ask about a lawyer, she has 2. If you were here, she would have 3. Mr. Wright, it's all a giant mess. Poor Trucy, and the office. Our office. But, okay. We better both take a deep breath. Well, I see. And they're saying you have to be out by tomorrow. So sorry, Mr. Wright. I wish there was something I could have done. This is quite a mess, isn't it? Even if I left now, I wouldn't be there in time for the trial tomorrow. I'm sorry, Apollo, but I needed to handle this for me. Oh, of course, we can handle the defense, but the office... it's too soon to go about that. What do you mean? The contract only addresses Trucy's liability if she causes the show to be cancelled. She just had to prove in court tomorrow that it wasn't Trucy's fault. You're right. Yeah, like, first of all, if we manage to make sure that she isn't the murderer, then that also means that she's not the cause of the whole collapse of the thing, so, yeah. So everything depends on how you're winning that trial tomorrow. Trucy's fate and the fate of office. It's all right on your shoulders, Apollo. That is not a small question for me to do. I know. I'll be fine, right? Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I can say with absolute confidence that you'll be fine. Oh, we have an ad. I'm gonna try and wait a bit, because we do have an ad, so I'm gonna let it be. I just thought of something. Try to use a fake contract and screw over a bunch of lawyers is pretty fucking moronic. It really is, especially if you were talking about real-life lawyers. Because I don't really check too much of lawyers things, but I did see someone watch like lawyer clips, and they basically comment things that they see on YouTube or like TikTok and stuff like that. And they basically comment like, yeah, this is legal, this is illegal, they are allowed to do that, but only in this way. So they know definitely everything. So if it was real life, then yeah, making a fake contract and basically, oh yeah, you might be lawyers, but you have no idea how to defeat me. That is really not the goodest idea. It's like trying to use force to try and threaten a bunch of the hardened war vets. Okay, yeah, good luck. Yeah, exactly. Just starting fist fights with them, like, that was probably not the best idea, is it? It's like, alright, I am definitely going to lose. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Ugh. But yeah, in this game, it's basically they need proof for it. They might have the fake backside of it, but they can't prove that the one who did it was him. But we are basically gonna go against him with this, so it's still gonna be like we are definitely gonna go against him completely. But it's as I said before as well. We did meet two different, meet two different kind of bunnies. One that basically, one that said that doing magic tricks is like walking on a tightrope, and you might just end if you aren't capable of it. And one that is looking up to Trucy a lot. My thought that because Bonnie's speciality is teleportation magic, then there's two Bonnies. The absolute horror that is working with the guy, and the other one that's working with the sister, or the other Bonnie, because she basically does anything people ask, because she did say that she does that. If they have that while they can't prove that he did it, it would invalidate contract. That I did not know, but as I said, if it would be real life, then yeah, definitely. It really would. That would basically mean that there is something going on here. Like, sure, it could be a real contract, but something makes it look fake. Then sure, they cannot just say we need the money. Then it would basically be gone to court. They have to check everything. Then they make sure if it's actually legal or not. So even like everything here is repossessed. That would basically be if we show this to people, or if we made sure that yeah, might be something going on, then none of these stickers would be here, because he had to wait until he get the clarification of is this true or is this not. It's at least what I believe. I've seen you earn a victory after victory in some pretty dicey situations. And Guide Athena, helping her along her way too. That's why I know you're ready. I know you can leave Trucy on the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you, I'm fine. Everything will be fine. It will just be a case of sorry, since the contract is fake, it's not even worth the ink is used on. Yeah, exactly. But I'll be fine on my own, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I can do this. That's the spirit. Give it the best out there, Apollo. What is it, Apollo? What are you smiling about? Oh, me? It's nothing. Mr. Wright believes in me. I can't let him down. We have to win this trial, Athena. I couldn't agree more. I'll do everything in my power to help. Our opponent tomorrow. Prosecutor Sadamade, huh? Why now, of all times? Still, I don't care who it is. I can't afford to let my guard down for anyone. Yeah, we're gonna get the not a really even exchange prosecutor. We're gonna get a, oh, I'm a prosecutor. Can I just jump in?
Oh, restless, wandering soul of the dead.
Prosecutor Sadmati. Oh. Sorry to disturb you, but I figured I should tell you. The lead attorney's been decided. It's Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
Well, they know each other, that's for a fact. I can definitely say for a fact they know each other, because Apollo was about to shit himself when he heard the name of the guy. Oh shit, I realized I'm gonna have to do the judge voice again. I completely forgot it. This game goes back and forth. I thought like, oh, I'm done doing the judge's voice. No, I'm gonna have two judge voices. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Is Apollo okay? He's been muttering to himself all morning. He's been like that ever since yesterday. Because the pressure of today's trial is getting to him.
Poor Polly. He's really tearing himself up all over this. Get it together, Apollo. Athena, when did you get here? Try to relax a little bit, will you? You get yourself way too worked up. Yeah, but I'm alright. Fine. You know, I find it a little... I did a little digging on this Nyata's Sadmadi guy. Alright, the one we started calling Sadman guy. He's apparently not your run-of-the-mill prosecutor. Yeah? What did you find out? Well, they say he wields an incredible power to accurately read the trial's karma and its ultimate fate. What is that supposed to mean? I don't have all the details, but apparently he can foresee how arguments will go, and even lead this opposition. So the defense basically ends up going with the direction he has in his head. Man, this is not going to be a cakewalk if that's true. Emma did say she talked to him for us, though. Here's hoping that went well. In any case, it sounds like it's going to keep us on our toes. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Oh, I completely forgot I gave him this costume. Which is apparently the costume from the first trilogy. The Phoenix Wright imposter, basically. I can't let him down now. I'm fine. I'm fine. There he goes again. It's almost like he's chanting a prayer. If you say so, Apollo. The trial will start momentarily. This is the defense ready. Yes, we're fine. Jesus, I think this guy is broken. Truce's fate and the fate of our agency rest on this trial. This is it, Justice. If ever there was a time to shine, it's now. Yakuza Phoenix. Yeah, exactly. Again, it was a Yakuza. Not like the guy that basically was imposter. But I also think wait, didn't he work for somebody? Technically, he was the leader, but I think his secretary was basically the one that was the real dangerous person. I don't remember, actually. But yeah, he was not a good guy. I know at least it was the case with the man with the giant nose as well. Court is now in session for the trial of Trucy Wright. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, I just realized I'm gonna have to make this guy's voices again. Luckily, I know kinda tired sounding. The prosecution. Prosecution, wake up! Prosecutor Sadman? 1,000 pardons. It was rude of me to keep you waiting. I was praying for the victim. Oh, praying, yes. I see. You're a Kurainist monk, correct, prosecutor? Ah, yes, that's correct. I am but a lowly monk from the kingdom of Kurain. I beg an advice for the forgiveness and kind patience for everyone here in this court. I am unfamiliar with the proceedings of this country, and may make many blunders. He seems like such a gentle-mannered soul, doesn't he? I wonder if I had a chance to talk with him about Trucy. Now then, Prosecutor Sadman, your opening statement, if you would. Certainly. In the name of the Holy Mother, I vow to guide the victim's soul to the land of eternal peace, known as the Twilight Realm. Now, let the last rites of the victim begin.
He really been making a name for himself, apparently. But that nickname, Last Rights Prosecutor, I wonder how that will come into play today. You have a scroll? The incident took place in the middle of a spectacular magic show. The accused performed the magic trick, which she thrust a sword into a coffin. A coffin from which the body of the victim then spilled out, dead from a fatal stab. The victim's name was Man of Mystery, otherwise known as the Great Mysterious. I already called him. Thrust. Yes. I know what I'm trying to say. The problem is actually saying this. Yeah, not trust, thrust. It's more of an F sound. Thrust. Yeah. My pronunciation sometimes. His blood was found on the wood. Was found on the sword that was used during the magic trick. So his death was just an unfortunate accident. Is it only natural for once to assume such, Your Honor? However, it was no mere accident, but rather a homicide. The prosecution's position is thus that this was murder made to look like an accident. I see. And you believe this crime was committed by the defendant? After thorough consideration of all possible scenarios, I unfortunately had no other choice but to conclude as much. So that's how it's going to be, huh? I guess Emma couldn't convince him after all. Very well, and now let us hear from the defense. Naturally, we maintain that the defendant is innocent, Your Honor. If the defense wouldn't mind, can you please explain your reasoning? My reasoning? Well, I would have to say that my main reason is because I believe in the defendant. I see. So you find it difficult to come up with anything more concrete than that, do you? What a fine demonstration of the fact that you are indeed a lawyer of putrid mind. Yeah, because he is a Kuranese, and in Kurain they don't have lawyers because they are demons. Pure demons. Putrid mind. A prosecutor, Sadman. Excuse me, but what the fuck? Are we playing League of Legends or something? What the fuck is this? If you don't mind me asking, prosecutor, what the hell was that we were just chanting? A sutter of the Holy Mother that guides those of tainted soul towards enlightenment. It is a Kurainist incantation to awaken the foolish from their fruitless slumber. More concrete, like his conjecture? Yeah, like, that is true. I was actually waiting for him to, like, say exactly why he believes she actually murdered him. But no, he just says, I believe in it. Like, excuse me? And you say we need something concrete. I want to pack him up and send him back to his homeland. Yes, same. Fitting for a lawyer who indulged in such a fancy as the innocence of the accused. But I see. So basically you're asking the defense to get real. The judge actually said get real. Allow me for these few words, defense. It is my duty as a monk to punish sinners and to guide victim souls to the Twilight Realm. So to put it simply, it's kind of like the other court we had, where they basically just thought the kid was a murderer and decided he is guilty. He here has a victim a defendant, yeah, she did it. There is no question about it, because there can only be 1 + 1. Should you show repentance and admit for the accused guild now, no harm will come to you. But should you interfere with my sacred last rites of the victim, then I shall cast you down into the pit of hell, along with Trucy Wright. Like, I know like when often like I watch like cop movies and stuff, they're not allowed to be involved if there's something personal. Sure, I wouldn't say anything here is personal, but for some reason it still feels like it is. It is like the prosecutors and the court in his country is so personal with the religion that there is no question, there is always gonna be the accused. Who the fuck does he think he is? This ain't his homeland, and also that last part was a threat. It really is actually. It is actually a threat. Putrid, pit of hell. Is that any way to address someone in court of law? Prosecutor Sabman. Maybe the way you conduct trials in Khurain. Which basically it is. They basically take the person they believe it is and throw him in jail. Because who the hell needs a court of law in that world? Or in that place? And the funny part is, even though we did win and we did actually prove the kid to be innocent, they are more annoyed that they actually had to step on their foot rather than being thankful we did find the real killer. But I would appreciate if you would refrain from such charged language here. Your Honor. That was but a Khurainist sermon for those who have strayed from the path. Bitch, the hell, nah, it ain't. No. I feel like what he just said here is, I like to threaten people. I like to make sure they know that I am superior. But I'm gonna do it in the sense of being religious, so no one can come to me and say that I'm saying bad shit. Harsh words are often necessary to admonish what the hell is that word? Contemptible deviants who cannot see reason. Oh, I see, I didn't realize. That's because that's not a true thing. I guess they really do hate defense authorities in Khurain, huh? Oh, they really do. They were about to kill Mr. Wright. Even still, that was way, way over the top as far as verbal abuse goes. And the trial only just begun. Wonderful. Well, the defense is, I suppose, the way a prosecutor does things varies by country. And I do love you don't question how we do things in their country. Wonderful. Why don't we look at this at a cross-cultural exchange and try to be open-minded about it? Open-minded about verbal abuse. Wonderful. Take your religion and just shove it where the sun doesn't shine. You're in a courtroom in a different country. Someone shoot the place. Well, that's a way of fixing things, apparently. What? Bailiff, please bring in the first witness. Jesus. Even she is stressed out. She started eating again. She hasn't been eating since the last game where she wasn't actually a forensic scientist. And now when she stopped eating those. Nope. She is still stress eating. And I am guessing it has to do with the prosecution. I am pretty certain also that bag is going to be empty in about 5 seconds. Detective Sky, the courtroom is no place for gorging yourself. But it is a place for verbal abuse. What's wrong with having a little snack? Girl's gotta eat, right? She seems a little stressed out. Detective Sky, your testimony, please. Yeah, about that. I just want to state for the record that I believe Trucy Wright is innocent. I'm sorry. Detective Sky, this path you seek to follow is misguided. Mm. How many boots do you think could fit up there after I keep going a few times? Because I think I need new boots after a while. Giving the wrongdoers false hope will only deepen her despair in the end. But I let it go and move on. You are the one that can move on. Act which go against your duty will earn you divine punishment from the Holy Mother. Dear Lord. I'm starting to feel this is like some sort of crusade in a courtroom. Don't tell me you're afraid of the Holy Mother and that's why you're stress eating. Oh, now she's sad eating. Wisdom has been chasing Yath all his life. Unfortunately, he is faster. Absolutely. It took me a second to understand that one, but yeah, that definitely is something that works. Fine, I don't know about the divine part, but I get the punishment bit loud and clear. I guess Emma got assigned tons of paperwork or something for sticking up for Trucy. She and Prosecutor Sad Man doesn't seem to get along very well, do they? I'm pretty certain she didn't go good with Gavin either. Shall we continue? The prosecution contends that the accused had a clear motive. The evidence, if you would, Detective Sky. All right, please take a look at this poster. It's a troop grammar poster from 13 years ago. It's just me, or is it a little different from the one Miss Wright from Miss Wright's dressing room? This is a revised version of that poster. This one says cancelled on the Mr. Reyes. That's right, Mr. Reyes left the troop after the first version of the poster was printed. Take a look at Mr. Reyes' right forearm near his elbow. See the big scar there? He apparently got that where he made a mistake while practicing a magic trick. Ouch, that's quite a scar. Because of the accident, Magnific Grammary concluded Mr. Reyes was too unskilled. Just before the show was to open, Magnific announced Mr. Reyes wouldn't be appearing. But in defense of Magnific's decision, Mr. Reyes tried to go on stage anyway. This in turn caused Magnific to oust Mr. Reyes from the troupe on the spot. This is where I'm confused. Not confused, but I don't know yet. I am trying to look at his arm and see if he actually has a scar. Because you have to think of this. He basically look as young on the poster as he looks here. And that was 13 years ago. Like, to be honest, yeah, fair. I shave and I look like years got him younger, but this is like the guy never actually like aged. So I just feel like if this actually has a scar, Asians, fair enough. Fair enough. I can't say much about it because I don't know too many Asian people. But who knows? Might actually be. But could be that it's the son or brother. That could also be it. This in turn caused Magnific to oust Mr. Reyes from the troupe on the spot. Kick Mr. Reyes out. That seems rather extreme. Huh? Also, here's what I'm kinda confused. Oh, Mr. Reyes was the one that got cancelled. He is not allowed with the Grammary group again. Oh, here we have a welcome back thing with Trucy and Mr. Reyes. Oh, Trucy is just gonna kill him. Excuse me? Well, where's the logic in this? I understand the Reyes would kill Trucy, not Trucy kill Reyes. Did they really have to go that far? When it came to magic, Troop Grammar was so passionate. Or should I say, extreme. You're the one to talk. About it, that it caused problems for them time to time. Says the religious extremist. I don't know if I'm using the word right for that, but that feels like it. Yes, they even accused this court caused a mountain of trouble with their extreme antics. And now the troop's successor has committed a murder. It seems the troop's rare talent was inherited by the right person after all. Hmm. Even the courtroom is silent. It's like no one gives a shit about him right now. You sound rather extreme yourself, prosecutor. I'd say you're using it correctly. Is basically everything on the basing everything on his religion. The criminals with impure souls do not deserve sympathy, Your Honor. Yeah, you're the one to talk. Exactly who the hell is a criminal? I can definitely say that a magnifying glass is to zoom in on things and see things more clearly, but you don't really see too wide, do you? As I was saying, I do love that the whole court here, like sure, the television guy basically made everyone an enemy towards us, but everyone sat quiet and I could, even if this is a game, I could hear the stare towards the prosecution of like we know this is a court and we need justice, but what the fuck? After his expulsion, Mr. Rios apparently went on to hold a grudge against the troop. He would tell those close to him, I will get my revenge on Troop Grammary someday. Revenge, huh? That certainly sounds antagonistic. I'm just waiting for it to not be a scar on his arm, and this guy didn't even realize it. And then his chance for revenge finally came. If you would be so kind, Detective Sky. Oh, finally give me the proof. I guess I don't have a choice, do I? Okay, witness testimony. What do you have? Bring it to us. The victim planned to get his revenge on Troop Grammary during Truce's magic show. Mr. Rios was going to first steal the Grammary notebook from the defendant. He then intended to reveal the secrets behind the magic tricks during the show. That was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did in fact steal the notebook, the defendant murdered him before he had a chance to reveal the secrets. The problem is she didn't even know it was stolen because we got it for her. She basically said, could you get my notebook which is in the bag? Oh yeah, sure, we'll go and get it. Oh no, it's by Mr. Rios' things. She didn't know. By the time the accused had discovered the notebook theft, it was too late. Her only option was to kill Mr. Rios and make it look like an accident.
Objection!
That's nothing but conjecture. The victim's assistant, Bonnie DeFame, gave the police a statement. She testified that just before the start of the show, Mr. Rios said, I'm going to reveal all of Troop Grammary's secrets on stage today. Yeah, there are bowling balls sized hole in all those conjectures, there really is. What? Well, that isn't exactly a great starting point for a rebuttal, isn't it? You're telling me? Allow me to give you one piece of advice, defense. Oh, and what's that? Let it go and move on. I would say that word or sentence doesn't work, because you can always let it go and move on. But if there is something important to do or something that needs to be done, then it may be better to continue going. Excuse me? Helping a sinner will only sully your own soul. One possessed by an unclean soul will burn in the flames of hell, and then be ever burdened with that sin in their next life. But I don't believe in that sort of thing. Besides, I have no intention of giving up. That's also the problem. If people decided to move on. But like forget about it and move on. That basically means he never actually had someone fight him. That means that he is not strong. He has not won every fight. Every fight wasn't walkover. That just means he's weak. We can win this. All accusations have consequences. And yours will surely earn the honor of being... You're the one to talk! A mere stink bug. At best in your next life. What would you be then? A fart in the wind? And then comes someone else with a different religion that states that letting the innocent be punished will result in going to hell. At popcorn and watch them go at each other. Yeah, actually kind of just sit there like, ooh, this is going to be interesting. Now then, Mr. Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, please. Okay, I do know what she talked about, but I don't know if I actually found anything interesting here. The victim's plan to get his revenge on the troop grammar during... Hold on, I'm gonna check some stuff. Do I have this? The troop grammar creed, a true entertainer always keep a smile on their face, is written inside. Alright. Unknown fingertips. Oh yeah. Because we have Bonnie and Bonnie 2. And because we have Bonnie 1, no one knows there exists a Bonnie 2. So that's why there are two different fingerprints. They probably should have fixed that, but apparently not. Because apparently on this thing, there was mysterious fingerprints on top. And let's see if Bonnie 1 were the one to put on the lid, and Bonnie 2 is the one to take it off, and they only got the fingerprints from Bonnie 2. Yeah, that means the mysterious one is Bonnie 1. Okay, so that could be understandable. You know what, I'm gonna press everything, because I feel like there's nothing interesting here. Because this, he wants revenge, fair enough. Mr. Rios was going to first steal the grammar notebook from the defendant, we know about that. And then intended to reveal the secrets behind it during the tricks. Did not know about that, but understandable. That it could have happened. That was the victim's plan for revenge, and while he did in fact steal the note... Wait, hold on. We had a statement from Trucy. Trucy moved the stage lift. Ah, okay. The clipper was Trucy sign a contract. Okay, so there's nothing... We haven't actually watched this. Can we watch this? This is an unedited video. Or an unedited part of this. We had to fish it out of the back pocket from one of the staff members. We were allowed to, he was just too busy to take it out himself, so we had to reach in his back pocket. Okay, so this is actually the video. I guess it might just be the same. So there isn't really much more here, I guess. Let's just also see the cameraman zoom in on Truce's face, because apparently that's the most important part of a magic trick. Looking at the face of apparently a 17-year-old girl. Because even I think this is really weird to zoom in. Like, we didn't see anything of the magic trick. It was just her face. Why? I'm so confused why they decided to have that cameraman there. Okay, there's nothing there though. Okay, there we go. Revenge after all this time. It's been 13 years already. At the same time, it's better that it's the face. Why now? I know, right? I thought that was pretty sketchy myself. I mean, wouldn't have been done it a long time ago. Detective Sky. Self-indulgent outbursts such as those will earn you divine punishment. Jesus Christ, could you stop putting the blame on divine punishment? In form of a cell. Okay, that makes much more sense. I was about to say, could you stop talking about divine punishments? The salary evaluation, that's fair enough at least. This is at least a fair thing to say. Wait, that's what divine punishment means? Apparently for this person. Let the detective have a snap. This humble servant of the Holy Mother shall explain. Over a decade ago, Troop Grammary was at the height of their popularity. But then their reputation declined, and they had all but faded from public memory. Until recently, that is, when terrorist rights sought to recapture their former glory. The defendant? At such a young age too, how impressive! Yes. The accused's skill at magic is undeniably impressive. Why now? Why against someone who didn't do him dirty? Why is the one wanting revenge dead? Why the absolutely unscripted surprised look on her face? Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, this was a welcome back thing. It's like, mate, she basically wants you here. Why would it be like, oh, we did Revenge of the 13 years because I felt for it? If she hadn't fallen into the path of sin, she would have had a bright future ahead of her. It's always sad to see such promising young potential go to waste. And now then, Detective Sky, how did Mr. Rios plan to get his revenge? Please put down the knuckles before you continue with your testimony. What evidence do you have that Mr. Rios actually stole the notebook? Well, you see, whenever you're ready, Detective. Fret not, Detective Sky. You have nothing to repent. You should be proud of the fine forensic discovery you made. Forensic discovery? And what did she discover specifically? Detective Sky identified a certain set of fingerprints on the notebook. Upon further inspection, she determined that they belonged to Mr. Reeves. What? The detective found the fingerprints entirely of her own volition. For that, I must say, well done, Detective Sky. I think this was one of those moments she had when she just wanted to take fingerprints. Because that is apparently what she did. Get a little too addicted to using your precious white powder, did you, Emma? That is a way to phrase it. That is definitely a way to phrase it. Oh, I hope whoever wrote this line knew exactly what they were talking to. And not talking about, not talking to. Now, Detective Sky, I would ask you to explain exactly how Mr. Rios intended to use the notebook to exchange his revenge. Alright, well, first he stole the notebook. Okay, press this. I'm gonna press everything. I feel like there's something in here. I'm going to reveal all of Troop Grammary's secret on stage today. That's what Mr. Rios himself said, right? Right, but he didn't exactly specify which Grammary's secret he was talking about. But the prosecution thinks he was referring to the secret behind Troop Grammary's magic. Yes, that is the prosecution's assertion. When the accused realized that Mr. Rios was to reveal her family's most closely guarded secrets, she naturally panicked. So basically, Truce's notebook was hiding Mr. Rios' things because he had stolen it himself. I know it's a game, and I know I often dislike the opposition in these games, but I really don't like this dude. If I would just beat him black and blue. I kind of feel the same. Like, I can understand that they need to have some sort of quirk. The last guy was basically just a samurai that didn't care about anything, and at the same time, he was an inmate. He technically had already given up, in a sense, other than trying to find the murderer. In the third trilogy, you basically have Edgeworth, which basically just wanted people the culprits to get into prison because his father, who was the fence, got murdered by someone they thought was innocent or something, and stuff like that. So they all have their quirks, but this guy is basically like, yikes. Yes, that's what the prosecution believes anyway. Do you really believe that what you're saying to this guy? Do you really think Mr. Killed Miss Rios to stop him from getting his revenge? Of course I don't think that. Could you stop doing that? Keep your private considerations separate from your public duty. I warned you about this very thing before the trial began. Did I not, Detective Sky? Yes, you did. Please recite my exact words to you. Emma Sky, you are a detective first and foremost, not the accused's friend. Remember your duty and fulfill it faithfully. Excellent. So you do remember what I said to you. Your devotion to your work will be rewarded, for the Holy Mother sees all. Yeah, the problem is the Holy Mother might see all, but she is mute and can't scream at your bullshit. And not just your bullshit, but your country's bullshit. That's kind of the thing, right? It always says the Holy Mother sees all. But unfortunately, the Holy Mother cannot go against what these people believes or says. This Holy Mother is no scientific concept I ever heard. Those two really don't get along, do they? Well, science and religion go together about as well as oil and water. As I was saying... Have you found anything? I'm sorry, but what exactly is the basis of claiming it was murder? Yeah, we don't have a basis. Beats me? What? The basis beats me? You have to ask the prosecutor's sad man over there, because he hasn't told me his reasoning either. He hasn't said the reason why she's actually supposed to be a murderer. And we already are on the first questioning here. Detective Sky, your feeding of information to the defense has not gone unnoticed by my eyes. The bad karma of acts which go against your duty will impinge upon you in your next life. But even before that, it may impinge upon your job in the form of a transfer. Please don't get me kicked out of the forensic unit, anything but that. Or does he have the power of that? He technically is not this country's prosecutor. One, he has 100% already dead before the sword. At most, it would have been manslaughter, which is just unintended death. Yes, and that's what he believed before as well. But apparently this guy, for some reason, which we still don't know, believes it's murder. Well, prosecutor Sadman, what are your grounds for claiming homicide? We have not even heard the claims yet. He says she's a murderer. Okay, we're going to court with this one, sure. What is the reason for this? We don't know. It was the luminous tape in the understage passage. I realized that it had been moved so that Mr. Rios would climb up into the downstage coffin by mistake. What? Mr. Rios, who was waiting in the understage passage, was supposed to have used the upstage ladder shown here on the left. He was to climb up into the coffin that had been set up in the backstage area. After being turned into a stuffed dragon during Act 1, Mr. Rios was supposed to come back to life and emerge from that coffin. But the luminous tape had been moved to mark the downstage lab. Also, basically stabbing someone with a sword. I know you can't stab someone with a sword, but because that thing is made of, should have been made of rubber, you should, for the first of all, feel the weight of it. Second of all, there would be some pressure to it. Which basically means stabbing someone is not just to basically just point at someone. You basically have to force it in. He's saying that he got stabbed to death on stage. Oh yeah, he's saying that. The very same coffin the accused thrust her sword into. So, where was the scream when he got stabbed? Exactly. There was no scream when he got stabbed either. True there, I've not thought about that yet, but you are true about that, there was no scream. Not only that, he was stabbed in the back, and you can't turn 90 degrees in here. A maximum 45 degrees, perhaps. And you have proof it was my client who moved the tape? Ah, but of course, Detective Sky. Right, who the fuck would be stabbed by a sword and not scream? Yeah, exactly. And also with a sense of slowly pushing it. Like, as I said, either you have to have much force. Like, it doesn't matter, you need to have force. She didn't really have force to that. Oh, that's right, I did identify the final fingerprint on the luminous tape. You what? He actually had proof. Well, defense, are you finally ready to let it all go and move on? Absolutely not. Detective, please add the information about the prints on the tape to your testimony. Interesting. We found something new, but I am questioned about it because she wore gloves, right? The victim's real name was Man of Mystery. His blood is on the murder weapon, yeah. A disc with a recording of Trucy's escape trick. Contains a rubber sword, yeah, that was down in the abyss. Trucy moved the stage lift to cover for Bunny's mistake. She told no one about this, that's not yet. Bonnie's script, the fire trick, was cancelled due to the incident. Mr. Rios was apparently ousted from Troop Grammary. No fire, no water there. Prints on the coffin lid, Bonnie the Fame. Prints on the side, Mr. Rios. Prints on the panel, unknown. Trucy wore gloves during the show. No one of her fingerprints were found. Mr. Rios' palm prints were reversed.
Objection!
Well, they did say under this show. I'm sorry, Detective Sky, but there is a flaw in your testimony. Really? The prosecution is claiming that Miss Wright moved the understage tape during the show in order to guide the victim into the coffin up and down stage. But it doesn't make sense that she would leave prints on the tape at that time. It doesn't. Please consider the fingerprints result of the main coffin, which shows that no one of my client's fingerprints was found on or in it. That is true, we didn't find any of her prints on the coffin. I think you realize what the flaw in your testimony is. Claiming Miss Wright left prints on the tape during the show is inconsistent with the facts. She wears gloves, because she was wearing gloves during the show. Oh! She must have left the prints sometime before the show started. In other words, her prints do not prove that she moved the tape to mislead the victim. The prosecution's investigation was insufficient. But on a personal level, I'm very happy about that. I love that. Oh, I'm shocked. But personally, I do enjoy this. Well, Prosecutor Sadman, if the defense argument is true. Then how you have no evidence the defendant moved the tape to deceive the victim? I see. Apparently, the defense is more intelligent than I thought. Well, that's because you have grown up in a country that basically believes that that the defense attorneys are monkeys and demons. More than a stink book at any rate. Oh, come on. You can bump me up at least to a stag beetle by now, can't you? Would that really be any better? Of course, way better. Stag beetles are cool, with those huge mandibles and of theirs. If the defense wishes to be promoted to a stag beetle, then answer me this question. Alright, shoot. Please don't. Even with no evidence, the accused moved the tape to misguide the victim. The victim still climbed the ladder, using the tape as a guide. And entered the coffin on the stage. The accused then thrust a sword into said coffin, with a victim in it. So what you're saying is the fact remains that the victim was stabbed to death, right? Well, that's not really gonna change. He was stabbed to death. Precisely. However, this drastically changed one aspect of the case. If the accused did not lead the victim into the coffin on purpose, then it means the victim's death could have been accidental. That's a damn insult, getting called more intentional than I thought by someone as dumb as him. Yeah, exactly. If it was indeed an accident, the defense can argue there was involuntarily manslaughter. I see. It was involuntarily manslaughter. They could plead extenuating circumstances, and the severity of the crime could be mitigated. The defense, if you believe the accused did not murder the victim, then do you argue that it was an accident? This is it. The all-important question. The defense argues that the real death was murder. The defense maintains that the defendant is entirely innocent. We believe that it wasn't an accident, but murder. And what's more, we believe it was committed by a third party. A third party? As in a true culprit is someone else. That is quite a brazen claim to make. And one wholly without grounds. Your voice is as loud as your suit, and your mind echoes just as loudly in emptiness. He's calling us stupid again. Surely you were but a loud red pepper in your previous life. That was probably the only loud red pepper ever. I've been demoted to a vegetable. Wow, I didn't know a person could be reincarnated as a non-sentient plant. In any case, I do have grounds to make this claim. Let us hear this reasoning of yours then. Alright, but before I give it, there is one question that we need to address. If the victim was killed by some third party, then the sword the defendant thrust into the coffin wasn't the cause of death. If that's the case, then how did we end up with a dead body inside the coffin? A very good question. Now let's hear your opinion, Mr. Justice. How did the victim's body wind up inside the coffin? It was magic. I'm gonna say that just because I think that's wrong. Oh shit, I shouldn't have done that. I just realized it actually takes one of my life up. I should not have said that. I didn't want to say understage because how the hell do you actually make a person, like, how do you actually carry the guy upstage on a ladder? There is a back door to the coffin. Okay, yeah. He was killed in the coffin. He was killed on the stage. What if the victim was killed under the stage before being put into the coffin? In other words, what if the victim was already dead in the coffin from the get-go? I see. In that case, the defendant's soul wouldn't have been the cause of death. How do you respond, Prosecutor Sadman? Again, manslaughter is involuntarily, so calling it involuntarily manslaughter is redundant as fuck. Fair enough, actually. That is absolutely fair enough. That is the third time. The third time for what? Are we playing baseball or something? Well, it's a step up from the things we get on our forehead in the other game. What the heck is this? And here we go again. And that's an insult. Cuff him. Yeah, fair enough. Here we go again. We're playing League. They're just doing their ultimate right now. And that is technically attacking someone. What do you think you're doing? Even the merciful Holy Mother loses patience if you struck 3 times. How many times do you think your own country has poked at the Holy Mother? I am certain her patience is already lost on you people. Since you will never learn, you need to be punished. Why don't you let me worry about what if I need and don't need? It is what you deserve for interfering with my sacred last rites for the victim. Assault, yep, that's assault. Also, for some reason, did I read that as insult? Yeah, assault. I just read that wrong. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but yeah, he didn't do assault on us. With apparently his necklace. I hope you don't do that Chantra again and it just, wow, just shrinks around you. Good lord. You are brainless. You are a brainless lawyer, chasing phantoms. You know nothing. Let this humble servant of the Holy Mother give you an edifying sermon. Sermon, now. There is a passage in the sacred scriptures of Curanism. A cornered frog will swallow even a snake. Are you the frog or the snake then? A cornered lawyer has unexpectedly struck back hard against the prosecution. Did I get it right? No, for I am not done with my sermon. And yet the frog still dies, its belly bitten and torn within. Just great. And also, we do have an ad, so we're just gonna try to just pause the game for a moment here. But yeah, this dude is... Dear Lord, he is... I cannot even say he's one handful. He must be more than one handful. 2 handfuls? How many people do we have in chat? How many like hands do we have completely here? I'm pretty certain more than that. I'm pretty certain more than that many hands. Full of bullshit. That is this guy. It is utterly completely this guy. Just closing some tabs as well while I'm at it. Apparently I have a few tabs open. Do I have that? Oh yeah, that's gonna be out for tomorrow. I'm just checking some stuff as well on YouTube, just making sure I have videos up. I do have videos up, not on Thursdays though, because I'm not gonna upload my Tales of Fantasia VOD. Fantasia? I don't know how to pronounce it. I know someone told me, I just forgotten how the hell to do that. And because of Nintendo going against a lot of the ways to play games or stream games or doing things on YouTube with that, I feel like let's not deal with that right now, just in case. It would be very funny if it came out that his religion was started as a complete scam and it's just all bullshit. Would love to watch his world crumble. I can definitely say, with what we have seen, he's... Wait, what? Nintendo is doing what? I know there was some YouTube video about a... I think it was a handheld machine that could play DS games or Nintendo or Game Boy games someone had made, and that was basically like a ROM hack kind of thing. And because of that, it basically went on towards that video about it. So that is why I am not doing that one. Just in case. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find something. I'm gonna see if I can find this here. Because I know I saw like an image of one of those like people who made their own like handheld capable of playing like old games and stuff like that. And because it's not Nintendo's own or something, it was like there was something going on with that, and yeah. Well, is the creator getting money for that? Because if not, then Nintendo can't do anything about it. I don't know, actually. I have no clue. The problem is, like, I saw this on my Google... Google thing. I know the ad is over. I'm just gonna check here. I don't know. I can't really find it. It's somewhere, but yeah. Just great. And in this case, you are that frog. Well, I have waiting for you for actually try to bite me, or being... Well, to be fair, he did do a sermon about a frog and a snake. I definitely cannot disagree that he is the snake. What exactly is your point anyway? Let's assume for a moment that the victim was killed under the stage. Who then had the opportunity to do so during the show? Let's see, the people in the show were Bonnie the Fae, the victim Reese, and Trucy Wright. Bonnie the Fae was on stage throughout the entire show, as easily confirmed by the footage from the show. Which also, the funny part is they have yet to mention that we're mentioning a third party, and they're just saying that we are just talking bullshit. We do have actually non-identified fingerprints, which leaves us with only one suspect, Trucy Wright. Now, do you see? Where the accused killed Mr. Reeds as he waited on standby in the understage passage, and then placed his dead body in the coffin above, thus making the murder look like an accident. Nintendo is really starting to reach too far with stuff. It's like the pattern for a game function. If they do that and it goes through, then the game industry is over and dead. Also, if it does happen, then Nintendo need to pay big money to other companies who made game function in their games first, like Assassin's Creed synchronization on the map, of the map. Fair enough, actually. Oh, great and merciful mother, Thus another putrid mind has been guided towards light. I can't believe I swallowed this trick question this time.
Objection!
Sorry, but I have to raise an objection here. Athena, what are you... There's something I want to point out, Apollo.
And who might you be? You strike me as a mere child in continence, Jesus.
Where did I want to have an R in there? Well, I may be young, but I have an Attorney's badge just the same.
And you would contribute to this discussion in that capacity?
I most certainly would. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Hold on, what's going on? Whose emotions are we going through? I hope his. You just argued that the defendant killed the victim under the stage. But let me remind you that Miss Wright is a girl.
Clearly, surely you didn't raise an objection to simply point out such an obvious fact. Your Honor, please send for this little child's guardian to come and take her home.
How old are you, mate? Hold on. How much difference in age are you? It's like talking to the other girl again. Oh, I'm 2 years younger, but you're the brat. 25. 6 years. Okay. Calling her a child is really to drag it out. Yes, she is younger. What's the difference between these? I don't know, because I cannot see myself here. But I'm not done with my sermon. You don't have to, like, need to talk to Prosecutor Sadman, you know? Well, if you talk like him, he might actually listen. Listen, if the victim was killed in the understage passage, then his body would have had been hauled up to the stage, right? If it was 40 plus, then sure, but he's barely older. He's older, but not old enough to call her a child. Not in that sense. Call her younger, yes, not a child though. Miss Wright is a young girl and pretty petite one at that. She couldn't possibly have half of that large body up, put it in the coffin. That's true. It does seem like it would be a rather difficult task for the defendant. I don't think even I could do it. What do you think of that, prosecutor? Who's the child now?
In my religion, priestesses of Koreanism are revered as pillars of our beliefs. So in naturally holding nothing but deep respect for women.
I would say this. You only hold respect for them if they do as they're told religion-wise.
I also think highly of the female perspective.
You say that now. You called her just a child, mate. Says the man who called this fair maiden a little child. Who's a fair maiden?
I agree that your point is worth discussing, depends. How indeed was the dead body raised up into the coffin? By the accused Trucy Wright, that is.
You're committed to the pointing the finger at her no matter what, huh? Then you explain how that even could be possible.
But of course.
You and your goddamn butterfly.
There was a way for even a small creature like her to raise the victim's body up.
Huh? Wait. You really can explain it?
I foresaw that your argument would come to this, so I have prepared a witness.
Well, I admire your readiness, prosecutor.
It is really not that difficult when one can read the ultimate outcome of any trial.
He couldn't have really predicted that things would turn out like this, could he? To be fair, predicting that, yeah, he didn't die in the coffin, yeah, he did die on the stage,
Yeah, there are the lifts down there. Yeah, she used this. It's not that difficult to quote unquote predict. That, but also, even if you respect women, it doesn't change the fact that women are biologically weaker than men. Does he really think that a teen girl who does magic has the strength to move a full-grown man? No, but I believe he do know about the stage lifts. The thing that she used to go upstage as well. Excuse me, but may I step down now? Oh yes, I suppose you may. One moment, Detective Scott. I'm sorry for, the way I handled all of this. You did a fine job, Detective. Your testimony was invaluable. It was? Yes, you served well as a detective, and did not allow your personal feelings to interfere. You overcame the confidence of emotions you felt, and performed your duty admirably. You will be rewarded for your fine work. Oh, thank you. I hope we can work together again in the future. Emma seems bewildered by the unexpected praise. I guess he's a pretty nice person, like they say, as long as you're not up against him. Oh, he's, not she. Now then, let's call the next witness. Let me guess, it's either the bunny or the goddamn TV guy. Yeah, it's the bunny. I don't know which one though, it's number 1 or number 2. Witness. Please state your name and occupation.
Oh, hello, ladies and gentlemen of the court. It's very nice to meet all of you. I'm lagomorphing illusion.
Lagomorphing? Hold on, what is that even for a word? I have to check this out. Chat might be faster, but I'm still gonna search for it. Oh, okay, it's rabbit. Fair enough. Morphing, like transforming. No, apparently a lagomorpha is a member of... Wait, hold on here. It seems like a rabbit. There are two living families, the Leporidae, rabbit's hares, and the Octonidas, picas. But they all apparently is a lagomorpha. So she's a lagomorphing illusionist. She is a bunny illusionist.
From the land of fairy tales, Bunny the Fame. I can't wait to do some tricks, magic tricks for all of you.
Please witness, there is a time and place for all things, including magic. Yeah, I forgot that the family name of them was that. Yeah, I didn't know either, but it didn't feel like a magic name, and it didn't feel like a I'm a werewolf thing. So, like not like Lagomorph. What is it called? Like, I don't remember. It has some sort of name. Lycanthropy, something like similar to that. So I just felt like it has probably something to do with Bunny. But yeah, it was Bunny. Yep, there is actually one time for magic, and the magic is basically making my boot disappear. Whoop, where it is. It's gone. But apparently the prosecutor seems kinda off.
Oh, but it would be okay if I did just a little magic, right? Come on, please. Look, everybody's waiting. Now my chance to shine.
Don't, like... The thing is, like, I'm pretty certain there's two bunnies, and I don't know which one of it is here. I'm about to say, like, let her do it, but at the same time, let not her do it. It depends on which bunny it is, number 1 or number 2. That is your second time.
My second time doing what?
There will be no further warnings. You should know that from our preparatory meeting, correct? I don't know why, but I just imagine him throwing that necklace again. But instead of being around her head, I just thought, let us easily say it bounded her body in a certain way. I don't know why that was a thought I got when he just threatened her to throw the beads around her. I don't know what the hell will happen with my brain there, but that just was a thought. May we have your testimony, witness? Yeah, naughty, naughty, exactly. I guess that's also towards me, and I don't know why my brain thought that. Once you recover from your disappointment.
Well, as a huge fan of Truce's, I don't really want to testify against her. But I guess I have to, don't I?
As a huge fan of truces, huh? Yeah, this is also... this is basically the face we saw her have as well. Also, at the same time, shouldn't Athena send something like that? Because Athena is good with emotions. And if she basically lies that she's a huge fan of truces, and she basically feel hatred for her, wouldn't she be able to send something like that? As you say brat, I feel like everyone in this game calling people brat or children, even though they're basically just like not far away from age. Mate, you are basically 2 years difference. You calling her brat? Fair enough, alright. There is something with people there that doesn't understand what... For me, a brat is basically just a child. A very... I don't know if I could say irritating child, but with a sense of what she means, it's irritating, because she's irritated by her. Sure, real fan, alright, of destroying Trucy, you mean? But at the same time, that would also be a lie, wouldn't it? Wouldn't you sense that as well? Like, these two can technically sense lies. Like, one just sense the lies, and one sense the lies and emotions. Now it's a brat. Oh, good lord, fair enough. I can't say anything. Mostly because I'm not now. Now you're gonna have to come in here and defend yourself. I'm not gonna try to do that for you. That came out of nowhere. For some reason, it's not shocking, because I hear it often, but I did not expect it to pop up.
I really can't believe that Trucy killed Mr. Rios. I guess it's possible for a small girl to lift a dead body up if she uses a stage lift. Is it possible? Could Trucy really have? If Trucy did use the stage lift, I think she must have used lift 2. I was on stage for an entire show, by the way.
Yeah, we know that, we saw you. You were on stage the whole time. And you're sure about that? There is no question. The entire audience could testify to that fact. What's more, she is shown clearly in the TV show footage as well.
I couldn't possibly have killed Mr. Rios. Not little old me.
Therefore, the only person who could have killed the victim on the stage is the accused. Furthermore, by using a stage lift, even a petite young lady could have raised the body up to the stage without difficulty. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, let me just check these, because of course you could have, since he was dead before appearing in the box. Anyone could have done that with a stage lift. Okay, she said she used stage lift 2. But stage lift 2 was already in position on the right side, and it was already lifted up. She had to move it away to use stage lift 1 and use that to lift herself up. Because Bunny here managed to fuck up which side the Mr. Hat was supposed to be, so she had to change the lift from left to right. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. I don't know if it is worth to show the evidence directly for number 2, but I feel it might be useful. Yeah, I think she must have used the stage lift 2. And we have stage lift 2 here. The stage lift Trucy had to move out of the way during the show since it was already all the way up.
Objection!
No, okay. Shit. No, fair enough. I'm just gonna skip this. Oh. Well, I can't skip it, but I can at least not read it, because we just failed. I don't care about voicing over a fails, because there's gonna probably be many of them. Okay, interesting. If Trucy you... Okay, so let's press on this first. Stage lift 2. Let's ponder on this first. You mean the stage lift shown here on the left?
That's right. With a stage lift, I think even a small girl could easily lift a dead body up on the stage.
And so that makes her the murderer, in your opinion?
Of course not. I believe in Trucy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of hers.
Oh, brother, how long is he gonna keep this act up? Well, if it was a act, shouldn't you be able to sense it? That's the thing I am kinda disturbed about. The fence. What's your position? What position was stage 2 lift 2? Jesus, what position was stage lift 2 in after the show? Let's see. If I recall, it was the fully raised position. And the reason why it was fully raised is because the accused used it to lift the victim's body. Wouldn't you agree? Not really, because we already know she actually had to move the lifts. It's as I said, it was already lifted up. She can't get it down, and we know that because we tried it. The problem here is she only had one lift and she had to move it to another direction. Feel free to slowly mull over it while you roast over the flames of hell, you evil red pepper. Okay, like that insult was just like a bare minimum. Red pepper, what the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna have to press things here because I don't think.
Hold it!
You said you're a huge fan of Trucy's, isn't that right?
Oh, yes, I ever became a magician because I wanted to be just like her. The first time I saw her, she was performing at the Wonder Bar. She was only junior high back then, but she got up the stage with tons of confidence. And then she proceeded to win my heart with her astonishing tricks and winning smile.
She certainly sounds like she means all of that. So finally being able to perform with her must have been quite a treat for you, right?
Oh, yes, after all, it was my chance to have her see me. Not just as a fan, but as a fellow magician. But then that horrible accident happened.
It was not an accident. It was murder. Witness, please, explain if you... How a small young woman such as Trucy Wright could have raised the body.
Hold it!
What makes you think it would be possible? It's not like you tried it out yourself, right?
Well,
Actually, we did try it out for herself. You did? Detective Sky, if you would.
oh,
It's back to saying it's a murder. Yeah, he has been saying it all this time. Someone gag him, yikes. Kinda, he's just talking bullshit there right now.
So that's why you made me do that. This guy, what did he have you do? The prosecutor asked me to try raising one of the male police officers with a stage lift, without a single word of explaining as to why he was making me do it. Kidding. It is as if he really can foresee all of our counter-arguments. Don't underestimate this humble servant of the Holy Mother. More like Hearthy? Jesus, that's a mouthful. I guess it means that Trucy could have lifted the dead body up. Does that mean...
Hold it!
Is what possible? Could Trucy really have what, Mr. Fame? Please finish your sentence.
Well,
Don't try to beat around the bush. Come right out and say it. Why not tell this court what you really believe?
What I really believe... Of course I don't believe Trucy could ever commit murder. Such an amazing and wonderful magician could never do such a thing. But taking all the facts into account, what else can I think?
I know of at least 3 other unflattering things you really think about Trucy. How can you attack this girl when she is obviously speaking with reserve? But there is such a thing as reading between the lines, Mr. Justice. It's sad how the youth of today lack the ability to do such a basic thing. Looking at me like that isn't going to help me stick my foot in my mouth less, Your Honor. A witness, please. Describe what the accused might have used to lift the dead body.
All right.
Hold it!
I think I just pressed everything, actually. You didn't have a single spare moment to slip down to the understage passage.
Don't tell me you suspect me now.
I'm just trying to do my job by fully examining your alibi. Depending on how solid it is, I might have to suspect you, yes. No, okay, it's the bad bunny. It is the bad bunny. Jesus.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't spit on my head and tell me it's raining, lawyer boy. I'm right here on in the footage, or are you too much of an idiot to see?
Do you know how difficult it is to actually say those things while trying to make that voice? Mr. Fame, are you feeling alright? You seem suddenly different. You seem rather murderous, actually.
Oh, whoops. Where did that come from, right? Oh my, it seems I seem to have snapped there for a second, didn't I?
You didn't just snap, you broke character just now. Hello, Dr. Jekyll, and goodbye, Dr. Jekyll, and welcome, Mr. Hyde. Holy shit.
In any case, I was on stage the whole time performing magic. I mean, you saw me in the footage, right? My dazzling and flawless performance.
Flawless? That's odd considering what you told me. You said that you made a mistake with the position... with where you positioned Mr. Hat. Mr. Fame? To what is the defense referring?
Well, I made a little mistake on stage. I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see.
So she knows about it as well. I feel like there's still 2 bunnies. I still feel like there's 2 bunnies.
According to the script, I was supposed to place him to the left of the coffin. But I flubbed it up and made him stand to the right of the coffin instead.
And because of that mistake, Trucy had to move the stage lift around. Yeah, one was already raised up, and she had to move that. She didn't have time for all of that.
I feel really bad about messing Trucy up like that with my goof.
Jesus. As I said, I did not know which one of the bunnies it was, and apparently it was the white, red-eyed, murderous one. Darn it, I don't see any inconsistencies in her testimony.
Now do you know who the real killer is?
Could you, dear lord, you are switching back and forth like there's no tomorrow.
Do it quick before you kneel over up there.
I beg your pardon? She is getting way too excited for this.
Whoops, what's gotten into me? I'm sorry.
I give her another 5 minutes before she tears off that mask. I mean, this guy doesn't even flinch. Yes, you look like a murderous person, but the Holy Mother respects you. Excuse me? Well, the fence. Are you ready to let it all go? Of course not, I'll never give up. I see. I suppose this, too, is fate. Oh, what is? The sacred script of Kuranis describe a variety of hells for the damned. For someone like you who struggles ceaselessly against his fate. Papal bullying seems most appropriate. People boil what? Oh wait, that's Kuranis. What sort of terrible place is ba? A place where the more when the one struggles, the further one falls into the abyss. At the bottom of the abyss, a ferocious beast awaits. Think of it as something akin to an antlion sandpit trap. Oh, there's one of those in my backyard! Well, this doesn't sound good. Wow, Kuranism hell is closer to home than I thought. Now then. It would appear that the witness testimony supports the prosecution's claims, but the defendant is the only one who could have killed the victim on the stage. How are we supposed to get out of this jam?
Hey, Apollo. If you can't find any contradictions, maybe it's time to use analytical psychology.
You mean,
I heard some discord in Bonnie's voice while she was testifying.
yeah, there's a lot of noise.
See, we're just picking up on the noise in her heart too.
That's right, Athena can hear things others can't with her super sensitive hearing. She can hear the emotions of people suppressed as a kind of noise or discord in their voices. Alright, Athena, let's give it a try. We thought of her Miss Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing. I'm pretty certain she does need this.
Your Honor, I'm afraid that our witness, Miss Defame, is suffering under the terrible traumatic stress due to this horrible incident.
Is she? Oh, please just talk about her switching personalities, because I feel like that is enough to make sure that we can do this.
Yes, with what a terrible death on stage and her beloved Trucy getting arrested, she's under awful strain and shock. In fact, I don't know how much more she can take before she's unfit to testify.
Oh, I have heard of that. What is it called? Postal stress disorder, right? It's where a person becomes uncontrollably angry, I think. I read about it somewhere.
That's going postal, Your Honor. This is PTSD.
No, my. Well, to be honest, right now they feel like the same goddamn thing. She at least got angry for something. Oh, so that's why the victim acts so hostile all the time, at the times? As if she were a different person.
Yes, and I think her condition is clouding her memory of the incident. Therefore, I suggest a sort of short therapy session for the witness. Therapy? You don't know the first thing about a magician's mental strength. I've risked my life jumping through rings of fire and having my body sawn in half. Whoopsie. Oh boy, I have to watch my temper, don't I?
Well, this is the first time you don't actually F up the magic trick there. I know one time when you did that, you did actually not manage to get the bunny out. Miss Sykes, please do whatever you can to help this unfortunate young lady. It didn't really help her getting into that motion of emotions, right? And what exactly is this child planning to do, Mr. Justice? With her super sensitive hearing, Miss Sykes can hear a witness's true emotions. Simply from tone and inflection, she can tell exactly what a person is feeling. I can even pick up on feelings that a witness is trying to suppress or hide. Widget projects the emotions I hear into the mod matrix where I can analyze them. It sounds like some sort of spurious devilry. I find it hard to believe. I must ask, how do emotion constitute evidence? Well, it depends on. Your emotions is basically the Holy Mother knows all. That is not really evidence. Well, while I won't say that emotions can be taken as evidence per se, I have seen how instrumental Miss Sykes' works has been in cracking a case. Therefore, I wholly support giving it a try. That is fair. He has experienced that it is not evidence, but we have been able to make sure her testimony is right. I see. If you are in favor of it, Your Honor, then I have no objections now. Even this mere monk can see that something disturbs the witness. That is fair, something is definitely disturbed. And I think it is their mental health. Either that or just her mood, I don't know. Something's going on, and I don't really want to be close to that goddamn cane she has. I don't know where she's gonna put that thing. And also, which end of it? That's even like worse, to be honest. Apollo, do you remember how to conduct a therapy session, right? You want me to lead the session? Of course, you're the lead in this case, after all. Fair enough, but do I need a refresher? No need. I think I can fail this on my own. I think I still remember from the last time, so let's get right into it. Okie dokie. You ready, Widget? Alright, let's go. That is not what happened. Dear Lord, no one saw it. And for first of all, that wasn't even how everything looked like. Okay, dear. Oh, right, it was underneath. Fair enough, then that could have happened. Well, if it did happen, which it didn't. Even she could move the body with that lift. Okay, I'm just gonna check something. A lot. Still a lot. I was on stage at the time, you didn't feel anything for that. But that terrible mistake... Why were you shocked about the mistake? My stupid flub caused Trucy so much trouble. I feel so... I was about to continue that sentence until I saw the bloody smiley face. I think I know what it is. You feel bad about it? Excuse me? I have to say, Mr. Pham, you certainly are a strange one. Even though you said I feel bad about it, it seems you're feeling happy about it. I think I can guess why you're feeling happy about it. It's because you messed Trucy up. I think you were happy because you messed the defendant up. I'm right, aren't I? You gotta be kidding me. Why would I be happy I messed Trucy up? I'm a big fat... You don't look like one. Because we saw you. Yeah, we did. To be honest, this is, in a sense, actually, we are a witness to something. Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. So this is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves. The funny part is, she was invited, and like, yeah, Truce is the one growing as a magician, and Bonnie might not. But she basically allowed you to be in a spotlight, which means you actually get people, like, to see you. Like, I would see that as a win, not in the sense of, oh, I'm gonna make sure she falls so I can still stand. Like, we saw how you said you hated Trucy, right? How you were glad she was in trouble, and even how it was what she deserved. It looks like I hit the bunny on the head, so to speak. Wow, that was a lot of noise gone. Oh, the noise level dropped. Now if we can get it down to 0. Well, Mr. Fame, are you ready to confess how you really feel?
What? What do you mean? I'm Bunny, this sweet, cute little bunny. I'm a rookie magician working hard to be just like my idol Trucy. That's a character I'm
Supposed to be. Keep that up, Mr. Fame, and you're going to have a mental breakdown. Just let yourself be who you really are.
Who I really am?
The two sides of you are fighting each other and doing your psychic harm. I can hear them, two distinct voices battling inside you.
Shut your pie hole, you know nothing, know it all. I mean, you mustn't say things like that, or I might get flustered.
Sweet like Carolina Reaper, oh yeah, dear lord. Spicy as hell, but I don't really like this kind of spice. Mr. Femme, how long do you insist on maintaining this wolf in sheep's clothing act? We can't end this therapy session until you get real with us. Set the wild beast aside, you're free! Is she gonna break more than what she's already doing right now? Because this is basically, I feel like, her true self, so what would be her true self then? Okay, that wasn't much different.
Don't make me laugh. You don't know a dang thing about me. Wanna see who I really am? Fine, take a good look.
Oh wait, hold on, something's gonna happen actually. Oh! I had completely forgotten about this actually. I am not lying, I completely forgotten about this. What the hell are you, a vampire bunny? You should be in Wallace and Gromit and the Were-Rabbit. The hell? What in the world?
Sheep's clothing. You got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I got on. I'm not a wolf, I'm a blood-sucking vampire. A bat with fangs and wings.
So she's a bat, not a rabbit. She's both, apparently. I think I just opened a Pandora's box. I have seen worse, but... I don't really know what to say about this. So this is both a rabbit and a bat.
I'm finally done with that goody two-shoes Cockington tail act. I feel free as a bat.
In defense, your therapy sessions have taken a turn for the worse from the looks of it. Kinda. There's a perfect explanation for this, and that is she is nuts. Isn't there, Miss Sykes? Methinks I created a monster. Well, yeah, no shit. Well, to be honest, you didn't really create it, you just let it loose.
Hey you, lobster boy.
Well, I don't wear red right now, but fair enough.
You think I'm glad Truce is in trouble? But I think she's getting her just Or just desserts? Well, guess what? You're right.
Good lord, the laugh. I'm not gonna try to do the laugh. I can try to, but I feel it feels so weird and wrong to try and do that. Does this mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm?
Well, the bat is out of the bag now. That mistake of mine was a work of art. Thanks my goof, the poor little Trucy had to do all that hard physical labor.
When you say hard physical labor, what you're referring to?
Because of Mr. Haas' new position, Trucy had to move both of those huge stage lifts.
Yeah, but if she moved both of them, that means she couldn't have used one of them to get the body up in the middle.
It must have been so heavy. What a riot.
It's weird doing that laugh. That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonnie's testimony? Alright, I'll update the mood matrix with the new info. Hey, Apollo. There's just a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she's finally slipped up. So what do I need to do now? Well, from this point onwards, you just have to do what you do best, find the contradiction in the testimony, and present evidence to refute it. Alright, I got you now, Body the Fame. Okay, so we have a new one. I can definitely say, when she has yellow eyes, the bat hair works, but she has normal eyes, she just looks silly as hell. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lift. Okay, so I don't know which one it is. I'm gonna try this one. Shit, that was not the one. Like, this would somehow work, because now she looks like a vampire bat or something. But she has normal eyes, it's like... I don't know. She just looks silly. Okay. Yeah, something to do with that, at least. Just like you're gonna... I mean, thinks her hair looks stupid either way. It does. I just feel it's fitting more with her vampire theme if her eyes are yellow. It still looks stupid, but it looks more stupid if you just have normal eyes. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna see here. So we have that. You know what? Sirs are right. That doesn't mean anything. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts. Trucy moved the stage lift to cover Bunny's mistake. She told no one about this. Which means that Bunny must have been down there. That is what we need to find. Not that she actually moved them. Only that no one knew about the moving. That doesn't make sense.
What? So you think I'm crazy now?
Yeah. What thought otherwise? How are you supposed to think otherwise? Yeah, you are crazy. Your point is? What exactly? No, it's not the point. That's not the point I'm trying to make. That point is already made.
But I don't hear you denying it.
Are we supposed to deny that you're not crazy? I think I'm saying it right. Yeah, batshit crazy, definitely. I think that's the point of her her goddamn persona. Mr. Fame, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts.
That's right, and I still say that.
But how did you know? How did you know Miss Wright moved the stage lifts?
Huh?
According to her own statement, she didn't tell anyone that she had done so.
What?
So, how could you possibly have known that she had done unless you saw her? You saw Miss Wright moving the lifts in the underpassage, didn't you? I guess so. The image of her just giggling. Also, I'm so confused. How does her hair go from like curly to that? I'm so confused. Wait, do we still have an image of her old self? Yeah, you see, like, look at this. How does it... Well, it could be that it actually turns inwards. And it's not curly. And now it's just flapped out. I don't know why that is something I'm actually, like, zooming in on, but that is what I did. You're all welcome. But, Mr. Justice, what did that mean? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fame herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means. She can be a suspect. You are one artful liar, Mr. Fame, and one spectacular suspect. Are you seriously questioning how the hair changes out of everything? Yes. I don't know why. My brain just went like, hold on a minute. Her hair was like that in front. How did it become like this? I don't know how my brain just thought that was a good idea to try and think of.
You're saying I killed Mr. Rios?
I'm saying it's a possibility. What's more, I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for murder as well. I don't know what my brain did there. It was basically like, this is interesting. And not interesting enough, but my brain is gonna zoom in on it. My apologies for raining on the defense, merry revelry. But you seem to have forgotten one very important point. Oh, really? The TV footage, as you clearly see. Yeah, I know the TV footage. And she basically said she needed to be able to see it, to know about it. As you clearly see. Mr. Fame was on the stage the whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh yeah. Well, for someone that knows about spirits and mystics and stuff, he apparently has no goddamn clue how magic works. You just have taken a long and senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the underpassage, which means the only left who could have killed the victim is the accused. I am still apparently might be right that there's two bunnies. As the party's over. But Mr. Fame knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, prosecutor sad man? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Fame about it, but then forgot. Well, isn't that convenient for someone that doesn't really have too much evidence?
Open those useless eyes of yours and take a good look at the footage.
If Mr. Fame really was in the understage passage, it would mean she was on stage and on the stage at the same time. He's still stuck on the dude getting killed in the box, which again can't be true since there was no damn screaming. No, he's still used to he was killed under the stage, not in the box, under the stage. You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes sense. It may be an explanation, but I'm not sure about the make sense part. No, it does make sense. Twins. Then we'll just have to make it make sense. Your Honor, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. That is a defense assertion. I've heard some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd. I'm sure you'll change your true tone once you hear my reasoning, Your Honor. My gut tells you you're bluffing, but I'll bite. To be honest, I'm pretty certain you wouldn't bite on anything, to be honest. Very well, Mr. Justice. How do you explain the witness was in two places at once? There are two bunnies. There were two bunnies, Your Honor. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it? There were... If someone says that someone was in two places at once, the logical conclusion people would make are twins. Either that or very well masqueraded. Extremely well masqueraded. Two of them? I suspected you had a few screws loose. But now I see some are missing altogether. If there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honor, I suppose 2 or 3 screws to the head should righten this putrid brain. Even though most people would first think twins. Yeah, I thought twins. I can definitely agree. My first thought was twins. Very well, Byleaf, could you... Do you see what I mean with he would bite on anything? No, wait, please listen to my argument. Very well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt at all to at least give it a listen. As argued earlier, Mr. Fame is shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are 2 bunnies. That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Sadman? This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no more time in replacing the defense's many lost screws. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that one person is actually 2. Not really. It's not that difficult. But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So if Bonnie the Fame in the footage is the real Bonnie, then the Bonnie here on the witness stand, the one who must have been on the stage, this Bonnie the Fame is our second Bonnie. She is... Say we call the one in front of us Bonnie 2. I believe I have just a piece of evidence to prove that Miss Bonnie 2 exists. Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. What proves the existence of a Bonnie 2? I would say this. What's this? During our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin on the stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show. But they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in this case. An unknown third-party fingerprints. You did not know about that? Did you even read the fucking thing? Seems like everyone has forgotten it comes about twins, triplets, etc. Yep, definitely. I was not told of this. Hammer must have been kept it from him. Well, rock on, I would say, in a sense. So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to? He needs to do his own homework. Byleaf, bring the child's first evidence finding kit. Mr. Fame, or should I say Bonnie 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they? Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be two. Those fingerprints could have been left not only during the show, but at any time. It's not like you to lose your cool like that, Prosecutor Sadman. And yeah, I'm calling him Sadman. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his name. I'm sure you know that exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue. What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice? The issue is who these unknown prints belong to. Yeah, he could definitely say it can be yesterday, it can be 2 months ago. But if they are still hers, that means we have Bonnie, Trucy, and Magician Guy. They're certainly not Bonnie the Fames. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us? Oh, you mean Bonnie 2 is the second Bonnie? Is that what you're implying? Well, that's what we're calling a Bonnie 2. It's preposterous to suggest that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual. Then let's test it! Prosecutor Sadman, can you really look at her and still say that? How could this be? Well, you say you know all, or at least the Holy Mother know all, and you don't need to, so let's go for it. If we check her prints, I'm sure it'll match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they, Bonnie too? Witness, is what the defense has said true? And even if you say no, the bailiff can come in and just get them.
Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine.
Then does that mean you aren't Bonnie the Femme? What ridiculous. No, she might not be Bonnie, she might be Bunny, because I know the other guy called her Bunny. But I might just be because she's a bunny girl, basically. But are there really two Bonnies? Let me guess, when she takes this away...
Nope, there's only one bunny. That's because... I'm Betty.
Oh, Bonnie the Bunny and Betty the Bat. Right on, right on.
Betty the Fame.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Grasp in amazement as this lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely, it's showtime.
Is a bat still a lagomorph? One actually has a bunny thing and one has a bat thing. Well, we at least broke something here, so now we have a third party. Oh, what a mason trick. The witness was suddenly split into people.
It's not a trick, no gimmick to it either. We're simply twins.
What? How? Yeah, you're right, Maestro. How the hell did no one understand this? So that's how teleportation trick works. But yeah, I'm gonna also end the stream here. I just had a lot of fun, but I am gonna end the normal time here.